What's up, everybody? I'm Josh.
And I'm Aaron.
And welcome to Newsday Tuesday. We're going to start off the episode like we always do. Starting off with a Triforce Chaos channel recap.
So as you saw in yesterday's Talking Points, we announced the first ever Triforce of Chaos competition. Where basically you'll get to name Will's show.
For more information about that, make sure you watch that episode of Talking Points. Annotation will probably be right here.
Yeah, you know.
So just click right here.
Yeah, click on my face. That's right, click it.
Or the link will also be in the description below.
Yeah. It was something Will wanted to do, kind of to get everybody out there and have them really get involved with helping out Triforce of Chaos. Because like I said, it's all about you, the fans.
Yeah, so make sure you check that out. And there's going to be an exclusive prize involved, but to learn what that is, you got to check out that video.
Yeah.
In other news, the TOC kids have a, I guess you can call it a Let's Play up.
That was actually, I enjoyed it. It was funny watching that. You heard Maddie scream every time the bombs would come at her.
We actually tested out some new equipment. They were the first ones to use it, so the audio is a little up and down, and
it's a learning experience.
But I think we've got that problem fixed.
Yeah, that's the last time we let them work on the equipment. we'll let you handle the editing from then on.
But
no, I'm kidding. He did all the work.
But yeah, so make sure you check that video out too. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I'll laugh my ass off at it.
But, see what else happened on the channel.
Yeah, we introduced News Quick.
Yeah, we sure did. But we'll touch more on that later.
Yeah. Really wasn't much else that.
I think it was the first week that the technical difficulties fairy hadn't attacked us.
Yeah,
in a couple of weeks.
I think we finally clipped her wings. You know, put some salt on the wound.
There's one episode that'll be coming out later this week that I think is the last bit of footage that was affected.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to work on something with that.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
No, if it doesn't, I think we've got plenty of backup footage now.
Yeah.
We spent a whole freaking day yesterday in the studio.
So on that note, you want to go into your first story?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and start touching up on some game news. I mean, like I said, it's been a really slow month for gaming. I mean, if you really think about it. Last month was too, so...
Well, I mean, not only that, but, you know, we're just coming off of April Fools, too. So
yeah, so a lot of the stories were just...
It's kind of hard to figure out what's true and what's fake, and...
I mean, you know, the whole Super Mario corner, that was a total fake, you know. Got my hopes up to see Princess Peach getting pounded, you know, but...
Well, and plus, you know, for last...
Ron Jeremy as Mario, you know.
For like the last 2 or 3 years, it seemed like... You know, April 1st is April Fool's Day here in America. I don't know about other countries. But it seems like when it comes to like gaming news and certain other aspects of news,
yeah,
that it's not just April 1st. It's like the first 2 weeks to almost the whole month of April, where it's like, hey, did you hear about such and such? Well, you didn't? Well, guess what? It was fake anyway. So
yeah, I mean, there was many times I got excited over, you know, Metal Gear Solid 4 before it was Metal Gear Solid 4. Only to find out, you know, oh, that was just certain magazine company. I don't know if we can name their name on here, but...
Probably not.
Yeah, their April Fool's prank they always run.
But, you know, so this month is just kind of a weird month for news.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But we got some articles that are mostly confirmed.
Yeah, so the first one I'll go ahead and read off first, or I'll go ahead and talk about the first one, which is... Sony is now offering refunds and discounts, free swag, all that stuff. And by swag, I mean games, add-ons, what have you, over misleading the public about the playability of the Vita being a cross-play system where you could actually take your Vita and go outside and play Borderlands 2, or whatever you were playing on your PlayStation 3 at the time. Come to find out, those statements came from well, Sony thought it would work, didn't quite test it well enough, and me being a Sony fanboy, I can't justify it. It's not right. Sony is actually, they should have never put this in their advertisement, but this was something that they'd come up with, Deutscht LA or Deutscht LA, depending on how they want to call it. It's the German word for German, Deutscht. An advertising firm that really went with Sony, advertised this, and now the FTC says you can't advertise that as that. And I agree, they shouldn't advertise it as that. Advertise it for what it is. Don't try to oversell it.
That kind of has me a little worried about something else that claims to be able to do the same thing. Back at one of the Windows 10 announcement, they announced that it's going to be a cross-platform play between Windows 10 and Xbox One and all that.
Yeah.
But they also said that if you get the Surface 3 or whatever it is now, that's got Windows 10 on it, you'll be able to pause your game on Xbox One, pick up your Surface, and go down the freaking road and play it in 1080p 60 frames per second on the Surface in real time.
My question about that is, though, wouldn't the Surface have to be connected to the internet?
Well, it's a tablet computer thing with cell phone.
Yeah. Didn't quite think that one through there when I asked that question, but I'm not in the process of thinking about questions before I ask.
But on that same subject, if you're going down the road and you're running off of your data usage from your cell plan, a lot of places are, unlimited data ain't cheap, and it's not exactly unlimited.
Well, a lot of these bigger carriers do not have unlimited.
No. Not true unlimited.
Yeah, not true unlimited.
But
so
that's got me, not that I was really on board with that to begin with, but I kind of see that going in the same direction.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely heading in the same direction of, we may have promised that, but here, take this free crappy game that that nobody bought because it was so horrible.
Now, we promised that you'd be able to play Halo 5 in the bathtub, but oops, here's a stuffed dog instead.
Yeah. Here's a picture of, Master Chief running around with flowers in his hand. Thanks, Microsoft. So, when big game companies tend to do this stuff, it's like Sony, Nintendo, and PlayStation, or Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft, it tends to...
I believe it when I see it.
Yeah, that's my theory on it.
That's just the best way to go by.
Because, they could advertise a wet dog turd as the newest piece of art. It's still a wet dog turd until you actually look at it.
Well, it's like Xbox One promised that Kinect was actually going to work.
Kinect.
Still isn't working. But that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, you're getting a blowjob? Oh yeah, baby, I'm about to come. Coming to a theater near you. Yeah, so anyway.
Another thing we got that still might possibly be an April Fool's thing comes from Hypercam, which they say that it's not an April Fool's thing, it was testing the market. But these are the same people that brought you the Retron 5, which is a console emulator, plays like Sega, SNES, NES, stuff like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time it doesn't. But anyway, they're now trying to, they say they're developing and releasing a console that will plug into your iPhone 6, and it will make it a functioning Game Boy and Game Boy Color.
Now that would be interesting if it works.
And it's to the point where you can actually take your old Game Boy cartridges, slide them in.
You don't have to blow in them at first.
Just slide them in and be like, oh, I'm playing Kirby's Dream Land, yeah.
All 8-bit, grayscale graphic or color graphics.
If they can do it, I'll probably get it.
Yeah, I mean, it does sound like a good idea. Sounds like a great idea. Now let's see how,
it's not, Nintendo hasn't given the thumbs up, and I don't have all the information on this, but there was a possible lawsuit going on over the Retron 5 with being stolen hardware.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Nintendo was one of the names on the list that they stole their emulation hardware. And
Nintendo's starting to sound more like a 1940s and 1930s oppressor, if you get my drift.
Well, I mean, I can't blame them there.
Yeah.
If you stole my hardware and is marketing it as something to play my stolen games.
Yeah. And you notice this thing does look a lot like the Game Boy.
Yeah.
So I can foresee what you're saying there, but
I kind of think that Nintendo's going to shut it down.
But
but it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Not to get off on a tangent or anything, but Nintendo has lately been very, as I said, certain German oppressor whose name we will not name,
It hadn't been just lately. Nintendo's always been like that.
Yeah.
It's just,
well, they
with
were part
the
of the
power of the internet and YouTube and all that, we get the information more freely.
Yeah. I mean, next thing you know, we'll see Mario's mustache getting shorter and shorter,
Well...
he is already wearing coveralls. So.
There's actually a video out there about that.
Yeah. So
that might be a secret link in the description below.
Yeah, we'll touch base on that later. I don't want to get too speculative.
But one more thing about the Hypercam Game Boy, which they're going to be calling the Smart Boy.
Wink, wink.
Kind of an original name there.
Yeah.
But this is coming right on the heels of Nintendo announcing their partnership with DNA to produce mobile games.
Yeah.
If Nintendo shuts us down, I think it would be very wise for Nintendo to take it upon themselves to develop something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that would be, and not just for iPhone.
They have the hardware.
Yeah.
And they have the partnership now with a mobile development company.
I mean, DNA has made some powerful games.
So, that would be a freaking gold mine.
Yeah, take our advice, Nintendo. Do what it takes to get your games out there.
I'm not gonna lie. I've still got my original Pokemon Blue cartridge.
Wow.
And, of course, the save battery's probably dead in it.
Yeah.
But
as it was dying, you could hear.
If I could plug it into this thing,
yeah,
and play it,
and your phone charged the save battery,
I would totally freaking do it.
Yeah,
and like old school. What else did I have? Tetris, and Kirby's Dream Land. I could play all those games again.
I can hear Josh's Pikachu right now. Why don't you play with me anymore?
But.
All in Pikas, because that's all it says. Pika, 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 Pika.
But we'll have to see how that develops.
Yeah. So hopefully it comes to fruition. But, knowing how Nintendo is...
We'll see.
It's going to get a gas chamber.
Probably.
Too soon? Too soon? So in other news, if you're ready for other news... Because I think we went on a pretty wild tangent.
Yeah, we went a little too long on that one.
So in other news, recently announced by Capcom, I believe, Capcom, Dragon's Dogma Online was announced. It's kind of an interesting game. I've played the original Dragon's Dogma. It was a very open world RPG.
I might be interested to check that out.
They're talking about now releasing it for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4.
And thus I lost my interest.
Yeah. It may come out for other systems. The PlayStation 4 edition. It's going to be a free-to-play role-playing game. Whoa, free-to-play? Okay, yeah, sorry. My interest just got piqued even more because I like free stuff. But they're also talking about making it cross-platform. So those of you that have the PlayStation 3, because it's going to be PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, might even be Xbox based.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't. They really haven't given out too much. But we'll do more research and then I'll touch base with Josh on that more than post an actual article on it. But it seems like for PlayStation 3 users who haven't been able to afford a PlayStation 4, or like me, because I spend all my money on food and
They're kind of trying to cater to you.
yeah. They're basically saying, hey, we've heard your complaints about not being cross-platform. Let us give you a game that's cross-platform. So, Dragon's Dogma, that'll be the first cross-platform in a while that I've heard of. Outside of, PlayStation 3 to PC or PlayStation 4 PC, Xbox PC. Heard a few of those, so. Seems like it'll be pretty interesting. It's scheduled to launch later this year in Japan, which means that it may or may not come to America right away. Yeah. We all know how that goes. Let's see. Yep, that's pretty much all I have from that one. I was looking to see if there was anything else there, but as you can tell by my awkward silence.
You want to touch base on the big World of Warcraft news that's dropping today?
Yeah, apparently today, I read this article yesterday, so I figured I'd read it off today. World of Warcraft players will be able to play the MMO without paying real-world money. Sounds pretty cool. Basically what you'll do, if you have enough in-game gold, is you'll cash in that gold for time on the game. So apparently,
it's kind of like in-game Bitcoin.
Yeah. So apparently, the Bank of Warcraft was like, "Oh God, recession, recession."
Well, no, they've been trying to figure that out for a while because I don't really follow World of Warcraft, but I know there was a big thing about people had, this much money, and they were only ever expected to have this much money.
Yeah.
So they had to figure something out.
Yeah.
Eventually, it was just going to be way overpowered, and like the inflation rate or whatever wasn't keeping up with it. But
so apparently,
that's still not enough to get me into World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I've tried playing games like that, and I
can play games like that.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to pay $60 for a game and then pay them another $15 a month to play the game.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's totally ridiculous.
How about you give me the disc for free, and then I'll pay you $15?
Yeah, or give us the download file so that we don't have to pay for it. That to me, that's you're reaching into pockets that you really don't need to be reaching into. Yes, it's a great game from what I've heard from the people that play. Do I want to pay that? No.
No, I can get the same amount of fun and the same basic gameplay style playing MapleStory for absolutely free. I don't pay for the game. I don't pay a subscription for the game. So, and it's not really a pay-to-win type of game either.
Yeah. And I mean, here's another thing about it. Basically,
we should play MapleStory.
That would be a good let's play. We could just record something from one computer to another.
We'll have to work on that.
Yeah. Figure that out somehow. So anyway, getting back to the story, what they're doing is they're issuing a token. And you can buy this token online for either real dollars, $20, and it's going to be available to the Americas region, which the Americas region is North America, Latin America, Australia, and New Zealand, which I guess Latin America includes South America.
New Zealand?
They're not quite shrimp on the Barbie, but they are Kiwis, so...
somebody failed geography.
Yeah. Very bad at that. And, seems like they will be available at the starting price of 30,000 gold if you don't want to pay the $20 online.
That doesn't seem like a lot of gold.
No, it doesn't, but at the same time, I think... I haven't played Warcraft enough to learn if there's, like, silver, gold, and copper. Like some other RPGs I've played. So anyway...
If you know, leave a comment below and tell us how dumb we are for not knowing this stuff.
Yeah, we don't play Warcraft.
Yeah,
I figured I'd share the news with you.
Somebody might
Warcrafters.
appreciate it.
Yeah. You WoWers, Warcrafters, Worlders, whatever you want to call yourselves anymore. So that's it from my end of the news. Do you have anything else you want to share, Josh?
I'll knock out the game releases right quick, and then we'll
break out the...
touch on that thing we talked about earlier, and we'll wrap it up because we only got a couple minutes left.
Yeah.
So this week's game releases are, you got Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin coming to PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360.
That is a hard fucking game. I will not spend money on a hard fucking game like that.
Stealth Inc. 2, I feel like this is the second week in a row this has come out. This coming for the PS4, PS3, PC, and the Vita. You got Bastion coming for the PS4. I have not played this, but I've seen gameplay footage from it. It looks like a fun game.
Yeah.
Not really a PlayStation guy, but I would probably recommend picking that up.
Yeah.
Tower of Guns for PS4, PS3, and Xbox One. Monster Jam Battlegrounds for the Xbox 360.
Okay, pause for a second. What the fuck is Monster Jam? Is that the monster truck game?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Dude, I remember playing that
freaking old SNES and the Genesis.
Yeah, and for the PC, dude. That was I actually had like the joystick that I would use. That's how I would drive the thing. I'd drive it with a joystick and just run over people. Try to run into people in the crowds. I was a very tormenting child.
I'm gonna skip the next one and come back to that because that's worthy of being the last mention. For the 3DS, you got Pokemon Rumble World and Xenoblade Chronicles 3D.
Is that Rumble World or
Rumble World?
Okay.
Xenoblade. It's a decently fun game.
Yeah.
And the last game that we're going to mention is coming to you on the Wii U, and it is Affordable Space Adventures. That's the best title ever.
Yeah, now you can finally afford space adventures.
Cheap Star Wars knockoff. I can't back that up. I don't know anything about the game, but
yeah,
that's what the title says to me. Cheap Star Wars.
Yeah. Whose stormtroopers, they're going to be called lightning soldiers.
So,
and they probably can't shoot. Probably can't shoot anything either.
But that's your game releases for this week. I missed, and we're just about out of time, so
we'll go ahead and break the news. News on Newsday Tuesday.
As you know, last week we kind of piloted a new series called News Quick. He touched on PS Home shutting down.
Yeah, I went in and checked that out. It is true. Home is done.
Yeah.
I mean, they even put up a little sign that says, "Thank you for logging on and thank you for your support." Unfortunately, we were unable to continue this service, so now we are shutting it down.
Yeah, I had people, and we had a couple of comments saying that like it was still running at such time. But then I had people telling me that it was shutting down at like, I think the earliest I got a message like, "I can't get on PS Home anymore." You were right. Was it like 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
The following morning. Some people were able to get on as late as about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but there was that.
It's one of those things that we as gamers see all the time. They'll start something, each company will come up with something genius or something that is supposed to unite gamers into something that really kind of takes into that social aspect of gaming.
But if you want more information on that, you can click the annotation that's right here. Just click his face.
Click on my face. Click it. Click it.
And I think I posted one very next night or the night after when we finally got the release information on Mewtwo coming to Smash Brothers. There were some other things in there. So if you want to check out that news quick, you can click my face.
Click, click, click. That was me pretending to be a Mac. Click, click.
And on that note,
God, I don't think the Mac's had a hand on it for a while.
On that note,
kind of like Mother Teresa,
the way
when
we were testing it out and what we found which is what we expected to find. Getting the news as it happens, you seem to appreciate it more, so we're going to try to be doing daily or semi-daily news quicks now, and on that we are suspending Newsday Tuesday until further notice.
Yeah, this will be the last one for a while.
Basically, we will cover all of the big news stories in News Quick, and there really won't be anything to talk about.
Yeah, so because we did that, it seems that it's only right to tell you, thank you for supporting this section of Triforce of Chaos.
Yeah.
And thank you for helping us grow it into, News Quick.
I don't really know what's going to take place on this time slot on Tuesdays, but we'll figure something out before next week.
Yep.
And
we could always have Misty sit in front of a camera and say things like, "Hey, I'm Misty. I know I don't get enough airtime."
Well, we do have like 10 shows that are in the planning stages.
Yeah.
So we might have to bump one of those up. and get it done faster.
Yeah.
But I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, and I completely forgot what it was, and I guess that's what happens. And
Yeah, it tends to happen whenever I speak. You just automatically go, the fuck did he just say? So yeah, so thank you for your support on Newsday Tuesday, but unfortunately it's going the way of the samurai for right now. A lot of people don't know what that means, but it means...
Look it up.
Yeah, look it up. That's what it means, look it up.
Google it.
So, yeah, I believe that's about all.
Yep, so we're going to wrap it up. And, this is a very awkward way to end, but make sure you like this video. And,
leave us a comment below telling us, please don't ruin this.
Yeah, comment below. Tell us how you feel about Newsday Tuesday coming to an end, at least for now.
Yeah, you can also subscribe to our channel. You know, we'll still be here. We're not leaving.
Yeah, we've still got tons of other shows. Go check them out.
I'm kind of sad.
And follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Check out our awesome merch shop. We just added a new shirt design in there for TOC Game Night.
Yeah, I'll probably put that like right here.
Yeah.
And if I do put that like right here,
we need to get that logo as a poster.
Yeah. But if I do put that right here, then it should also be an annotation. You click that, go to the merch shop.
Click, click.
And yeah, we won't see you in the next Newsday Tuesday.
But we will see you in News Quick.